British actor Charles Laughton nabbed the sixth Best Actor Oscar trophy for his performance in The Private Life of Henry VIII, besting fellow Englishman Leslie Howard in Berkeley Square, Paul Muni, who received his second nomination in I Am a Fugitive from a Chain Gang. Just when I thought George Arliss's performance in Disraeli could not be bested as a worst Oscar-nominated Best Actor performance, Leslie Howard swoops in to claim that unfortunate distinction by squandering the potential of Peter Standish in the supposedly innovative fantasy romance Berkeley Square. The film has an intriguing concept, but its dull execution undermines its premise. Leslie is not frequently cited among the greatest thespians of the classic Hollywood era, and his performance in Berkeley Square tells us why. He has no screen presence, lacks energy and charisma, and delivers his unappealing dialogues with flat and lifeless expressions as if he is sleepwalking or has just woken up.
Here lies, in the confident hope of the blessed resurrection and life eternal, Helen Pettigrew, beloved younger daughter of Sir William Pettigrew, K.B., Vice Admiral of the Blue, and the Lady Anne Pettigrew, who departed this life June the 15th, 1787, aged 23 years.
We shall be together always, Peter. Not in my time, nor in yours, but in God's.
The Peter Standish of 1933 is just the same as the Peter Standish of 1874 that I found myself eager for the film to end. For a year with only 3 contenders, it says a lot about the caliber of this lineup that Paul Muni's performance lands as the runner-up, especially when he also delivered another career-defining turn the same year in Scarface. Fortunately, the Academy recognized his superior work as James Allen in the gripping prison drama I Am a Fugitive from a Chain Gang. Securing 2 nominations in only his 4th film after 3 years is astounding. James Allen is a World War I veteran turned unwilling criminal, imprisoned for a crime he was only an accessory by force. Despite being the film's nucleus, the story focuses more on what happens to him than who he is. Yet, Paul defines 3 aspects of James: restlessness, perseverance, and pragmatism. He rejects the monotony of domesticity and gets more than what he bargained for by being acquainted with his friend who turns out to be a thief. He initially accepts his fate, learns to adapt to each hardship, and rebuilds his life through construction work. James is neither a complete character nor a likable one, but he is a compelling anti-hero. His complexity stems from his moral defiance and refusal to conform simply because the system demands it. He rejects pointless punishment even if he is aware what he did was incidental. 10 years of stagnation would lead his risk-taking spirit nowhere. He is not the brightest man, but he has a resourceful, resilient, and practical way of embracing and being empowered by the chaos and unpredictability surrounding him. Paul's macho physique and enduring stamina buoy James with a rugged charm that offsets his rough edges. James will always find a way to succeed against all odds. Paul's restraint and naturalistic performance makes his work as James his finest. He is not a method actor and he can be outlandish when his roles require physical transformation, but here, his instincts align perfectly with James Allen's grounded but difficult humanity.
They just wanted to get me back so they can have their revenge. To keep me here 9 more years. Why, their crimes are worse than mine. Worse than anybody's here. They're the ones that should be in chains, not we.
You don't have to stay here 9 years, Jim. The commission voted that if you were a model prisoner, for 1 year, they would concede that you had paid your obligations in full. It's only 9 months, Jim.
9 months of this torture. I won't do it. I won't do it, I tell you.
Jim.
I'll get out of here.
Jim.
Even if they kill me for it.
Having seen Charles Laughton revel in his villainous excesses before in The Barretts of Wimpole Street and Mutiny on a Bounty, nothing prepared me for his turn as the exuberant, tragicomic tour de force as the titular King Henry VIII in The Private Life of Henry VIII. From his first appearance, Charles immaculately establishes the king as an imperial, majestic, and towering authority. He is the most powerful man in England, but he is mostly powerless when it comes to long-lasting romantic relationships.
If I'm not the king, what then? All right, ladies. Come here. Look at me. What did you call me?
I should call you, Your Majesty, a man.
So I am. I'm glad of it.
In scene after scene, he beautifully unveils the lonely, emotionally fragile man desperate for genuine affection and stability behind his boisterous persona and sonorous voice. As a monarch doomed to be subservient to the crown and his people, he is exhausted of transactional relationships and when people beatify and betray him because of his status. Charles strikes a masterful balance between theatrical flamboyance and heartfelt sensitivity, crafting a portrayal that feels both larger than life and deeply human without reducing the king to a parody. The king's volatile moods and immature tantrums can be off-putting and repulsive, but Charles makes him endearing without being preposterous. His unkempt table manners, ecstatic joy at the birth of his son turning to sorrow when his wife dies, shifting flirtations and affections, and varied relationships with his women, constituents, and servants are all painted with nuance and vitality. Charles sustains a brilliant tonal balance, blending humor, pathos, and historical grandeur. Choosing between Paul and Charles is a Sophie's choice moment, but I bestow the 1933 acting crown to Charles for his complete and multidimensional humanization of a mercurial monarch.